Was I really going to guess German ice wine?
Here we are once again. Another week, another reentry buzz. Thanks for joining us this week. We are drinking something special. We don't know what. You know how it goes. Blind tasting competition. We've already poured out our sample. We each know that we have the same pour. We have a method. We have a style. We have an MO, but we don't know what we're drinking. We're going to first take a sniff. Going to take a sip. Going to say maybe how much I'd pay for this based on the first sip. Then we'll do our whole spiel. But before that, thanks for joining us once again. Let's get on to it. All right.
Oh, so familiar. So familiar.
It is familiar. Let's give it a little sippy sip. Mmm.
Intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
This is beautiful, though. I guess saying things like that might influence the price you'd pay. So I don't want to say too much. Goodness.
I wish I could take another sip to get a little better idea, but I'm going to say I would pay $80 for this bottle.
Okay. I am in the 130 range.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, now that we've given our how much we'd pay for it, we're going to write down some notes. We're going to take some guesses at what this is. But before that, we're going to take a break. I have no idea what this is. Brian might have an idea. Who knows? We'll figure it out. This is, it's so familiar that I have no idea what it is.
Yeah. And it throws you off too. Like this could fit the bill for many different types. This could fit the bill for many different things.
I thought of like 3 different types this could have been.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so let down. But who knows? Right. Maybe it'll all come down to the proof and the age. Who knows? Notes for me. I'll go first. I said on the nose, there's a light fruitiness to this. It is youthy, but not in an oaky way. Really bright nose is what I said. On the palate, I said the palate is light, but still oaky, but not overly oaky. Makes me think around 5 to 7 years old, but it's got this brightness that makes me wonder if it's a rye. Wait, could it be a single malt? Those are the notes I said in my mind, or in my notes. On the finish, I said finish kind of dies off quickly. Not a long finish. Not terrible, though. That's all I said. So what did you say for the notes? Yeah.
So here's my nose note.
Nice.
Fruity like a rye, ... or a finished single malt, ? Yeah, so this totally has some like an interesting fruitiness that like I could not decide. And so on the palate, I said it tastes like a fruity rye with a thick, sweet creaminess. And eventually I had said a corn, a sweet, creamy corn component.
Yeah.
But I decided to stay away from the Canadian idea.
Okay.
But anyway, it does have this like thick, sweet creaminess to it while being fruity like a rye. I didn't make any notes about oak, but now that you said oak, I'm like, yeah, there's totally oak there. I just didn't think of that myself. But on the finish, it has a very medium length finish. The palate notes just stay consistent and just kind of fade out in a predictable amount of time. There's not really anything to the finish at all. It just has a finish, and that's
interesting. Yeah. Why don't you go first this week?
Yeah, okay.
On the guesses.
See which way I cited on here. So
I'll quickly change my answers.
I can go to the results tab real quick.
That's true. You could.
So on the type, I decided to go with American single malt.
Oh, risky.
Yeah.
Risky.
So I could not get over the creaminess. I think that you can't get this creamy with a rye. So I decided to go with American single malt. So secondary grain is not applicable. I decided to go with Distillery Westward.
Okay.
So on the proof, I honed in at like 114.
That's so funny.
Oh yes, I can't wait. I decided it was kind of up there, but like it wasn't too up there because it stayed very mellow and sweet and good, but there was like it was all in balance very well. So I kind of in the middle high, I stuck with 114. Age, I said 8.
Okay.
Yeah, age, I said 8. I thought that it was the oak was there. I didn't identify it as oak, but it felt distinguished. So I went with 8. And so for that finish, I decided to go with sherry.
Sherry butts. Drive me nuts.
I thought that's where my fruity notes were coming from, was a sherry finish. I hedged a little on my bottle guess because I Googled and found out that there was a Westward Pinot Noir cask. I figured I'd just go with that. And for a score, I said B. I think that this clearly stands out. That's what the B category is for me. Nice. So very good.
Like that. We're actually pretty close, but there are a few big differences.
With as crazy of a pour as this is, I'm so happy that we're so close. That's really cool.
Well, we're close on at least a few things.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
We're close. I said bourbon. And I was between rye, single malt, and bourbon. And I was like, you know what? It's probably less risky going bourbon here.
Nice. Yeah.
I said secondary grain rye. Distillery. I just randomly just picked something that I knew was one of our 100+ pours. And I've done this before. And I've always failed with it. Is Pinhook. And I have one pour in there. It's like a rye, but it's a rye. So it's like, I just said bourbon. So it's a little bit of a hedge.
Whatever.
Proof, I said 113. Very close to yours. Age, I said 6. It was very close as well to yours.
Cool.
Finished, I actually said no. And the biggest reason I said no was the color of the whiskey. It was very light.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
And bottle, I just said Pinhook high proof rye.
You guessed that.
I gave it
recently.
I do guess it often. I'm always wrong.
Yeah, like 2-3 episodes ago, you guessed Pinhook high proof rye.
Score, I gave it an 8.3 or a B-. I thought it was good.
Nice.
Not something I'd buy again.
Yeah.
Unless it's like $10.
I think
then I might buy it again.
Everything tastes better at the bar. Everything tastes better at the store where the guy is giving out samples. Everything so if somebody gave me a sample of this in a store and I was all like, oh yeah, it tastes pretty good, I think I would buy a bottle of this for 120-ish.
120, you say?
I mean, 130 was my number earlier, but like, yeah, I'm right there.
All right, time to pull this pour out of the pocket.
All right, ready? I got it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, barrel. Finished in you got the finish, but at least you didn't get any points. Finished in German ice wine.
Interesting.
Craft spirits, 123.38. So you did better on the proof, but neither of us got points.
I think you got the bourbon.
Wait, that's right. Wait, it's whiskey though.
Oh, that's right. Then you didn't.
Crap. Who knows? We'll find out right after this break.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So turns out it was this barrel whiskey product. It is not labeled as a bourbon or a rye or a single malt. It is a blend of 8 to 14 year Kentucky and Indiana whiskey. So it's just kind of all over the place by definition here. But we'll go through our guesses here. We'll let you know how we did. So Cole guessed bourbon. Bryan guessed American single malt. Neither gets points. Secondary grain, all bets are off. 0 points. Distillery, Pinhook Westward, it's barrel. 0
Nope.
points.
Yep.
Proof is interesting here. So Cole
It
was at
is.
113 on proof. I was at 114 on proof. It is 123.38 if you want to
A
get to
lot
the 100th
higher.
place. Yeah, so it drinks really under proof for both of us,
Does.
which is pretty
Mhm.
cool, but is unfortunate because we got 0 points.
Yeah.
Now, age here. I said it was an 8 to 14-year blend of whiskeys. So that means its age statement is 8, and Brian guessed 8, and Cole guessed 6.
Yeah.
Cole gets 1 point. Brian gets 3 points. 3 points.
Yep. 3 points.
Is it finished? I said sherry. Come on. Was I really going to guess German ice wine?
Like I know this.
Neither of us got points on the finish.
Mhm.
Bottle, Cole guessed Pinhook, High Proof Rye, Brian guessed Westward, blah, blah, blah. 0 points. Neither of us got it. Very
Yep.
high scoring game, folks. Brian
High
gets
score.
3. Cole gets 1. Brian wins.
Just this once. But Brian took the lead for the season.
Oh,
since
that's
we had
true.
a record of Cole 1, Brian 2, tie 2. So he
Yeah, how
just
about
took
that?
the lead there.
I am tied with the ties.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that count for something?
You're in the lead.
If
Tied
the
for the lead.
if the ties win, do neither of us win? How does this work?
That's a great question. Because you got to beat the ties in order to win.
That's true.
That's funny. Well, another great week.
Yeah, good
Who would have
stuff.
guessed?
I love it.
German ice wine.
And
Mhm.
this bottle was $109. It was a Reddit
Nice.
pick from Mr. Take himself.
Yep.
So we were pretty close on the what would you pay? I guess I was pretty
seriously.
close on the what would you pay.
Yeah, you were. But I'm proud of us. We guessed similar things with age and proof. And even though you won, it was cool. It was cool. It was great. Everything's great. Yeah. I'm tired, man. It's late here. It's like 10:30 here.
Yeah.
So
Pound and barrel ice wine at 10:30 p.m.
Pounding some ice wine, finished whiskey, not bourbon, whiskey. So, well, we love you guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the Reentry Buzz. It was cool. It was cool. It was great. Everything's great.